Hey, this is just to get some ideas out of my head. So there's this truism in any sort of contracting or service work that you can pick two out of three. You can pick cheap, fast, or good. You get two. You never get all three. So I never ever want to be in the position of competing on price because, especially with window cleaning, I mean, with all of the cleaning-based service businesses, there are problems with forced labor and slave labor. Texas, who basically she had been working for maid service, and they had a bunch of undocumented workers where they took their visas and made them all live in the same house, and none of the documented workers could say anything because then their friends would end up in ICE camps. So there's a lot of ugliness there. There's also with window washing, you have what's called bucket Bob, and Bob walking around with a bucket and a squeegee. And I'm about to be a bucket Bob, but bucket Bob carries no bonding. A bond is where basically if one of your employees steals or breaks something, they'll pay for that, and a lot of higher-end clients or corporate clients require it. They don't carry any insurance. They don't carry any workman's comp. They don't pay their employees appropriately. So like you don't ever want to compete on price, because it's a downward spiral to your death. What you compete on is excellent service. Because when you're broke, it's hard to understand this mindset, but people who are doing well would rather pay a premium to get it done quickly so they don't have to worry about it anymore. So if you are responsive, if you're really, really good, if you provide just that extra bit of customer service that makes people really happy, if you follow all of the rules for like how to approach people correctly, you know, when you go into their house, you always wear like the booties on your feet, and I don't have those right now, but I will get them as soon as I can. You know, you always call them ma'am or sir. Like, there's just a lot of little things that completely set you apart, and it's better to compete on that than it is to ever compete on price. I never ever want to be the cheapest bid, ever. I would much rather be the most professional. I'd much rather be the most responsive, have the best customer service, have the best reviews, because you know, it's just me right now, but as soon as I have employees, I want to be able to pay them really well and fairly for their work. I don't want to, because if you're in a race to the bottom, like you're trying to pay your people $12 an hour, you're trying to pay a McDonald's money, and you're treating them like a liability, when I really think you should treat your employees like an asset. I think that's really, really important. Because I've been treated shittily by bosses in the past, and I've been treated great. And, you know, I have some bosses that if they called me up and were like, I need to hide a body, I'd be like, all right, let's go. I got a trunk. And that just makes such a huge difference when in your working life, when you feel valued and like your work and labor is appreciated and you're cared for. And I want to be that kind of boss, not, you know, you get a 20-cent raise after busting your ass for a year and a half and doing an amazing job, because 20 cents is all I want to shave off of my stack cash for you. Like, that's not who I want to be. That's not how I want to do business. So yeah, in the triangle of good, cheap, and quick, I want to be good and quick. And the people who want cheap, they can hire cheap. They can hire someone who doesn't have any insurance, who doesn't carry workman's comp, who doesn't pay their people well, who doesn't, you know, and some of them are excellent service providers. Like a lot of the one-man shops out there, like they're great. I'm not knocking them, but I want to be better than them. All right. I got some cheese for the wife. She's making me potatoes and roast beef tonight, so I'm going to go take that into her.